let me talk about this for a second because this is kind of important here. So we've kind of been on a topsy turvy bit. We had Micah Parsons kind of going hat in hand, talking about wanting to do great things with the Cowboys, winning Super Bowls and things, and basically saying, I don't have to necessarily be the highest paid if we're going to be about something. Okay? That's kind of what he said, that, he wants to come back, keep the coaching staff together because, we're finally making strides. You can see he's finally beginning to buy into Mike Zimmer. You saw with the victory here, he literally putting his arm around Mike Zimmer. And you can say since his injury, Micah Parsons has been on a tear. He's got 7.5 sacks since he came back from injury. He only had one before that. He's a sack and a half away from having double-digit sacks to start his season, his first 4 years. And that's rare air. In fact, he's only, I want to say, 4 sacks away from, it might be 5, 4 sacks away from tying Randy White's sack record, or excuse me, sacks that he's had, and moving up in the list for the Dallas Cowboys. And then we had good old Cowboy, who had to just pee in all of our Wheaties, okay? Piss in our Wheaties. 4th and 5. Wow. Minnesota wasn't able to do anything with the takeaway. The turnover and downs. They're trying to kick a field goal. We got Catboy screwing things up for all of us, okay? Catboy literally saying, things are going to be really, really tight for us this year, and we're going to have to look and see, is it the right move for us to be so top heavy, which is kind of like it was taken, at least in the YouTube sphere, that, they're talking about Micah because Micah's contract will probably be a max contract, that they're trying to say that maybe they need to move on from Micah. And so, of course, you kind of heard Micah's tune kind of change yesterday when, we get the big win, he gets a couple of sacks and things, and he starts saying, instead of saying like he did before, oh, yeah, I want to be a Cowboy for life, I want to do great things, to then saying, for however long I'm here, 5 or 6 years, kind of throwing it back at the Joneses and saying, okay, I understand it's a business. If you don't want to pay me, I got a certain set of skills that will be wanted in the NFL. So, it's a business. It's nothing personal. Strictly business, right? So this is Micah Parsons on his podcast. And see, this is what drives me crazy. I didn't know the podcast had come out. I've been looking for it and things. And I have to say that he's kind of grown up as far as what he's doing on his podcast through this season, which has been difficult. But listen to Micah here.
Like I said, y'all know I'm going to be a Cowboys for life. We're going to figure out a way for me to be a Cowboy for life. And I think, Jay and Steven see it that way too. So I'm going to be real excited, at the end of this year. I hope the fans are going to be excited because I think it's going to be a great offseason. I do think we're going to attack free agency. I think it's going to be a great year, because I think we got the pieces, man. I get guys is going to, to me, I look at it like the reason why we want to finish this year so good, and we're already missing starters, and some of those starters we're not going to get back to the end of next year. So if we can finish good and keep playing great defense now, imagine towards next year when we're not, 6-8, and we're whatever 9-5 or 10-6, whatever the record is, right? Imagine with that record, and we're saying, hey, we're still about to get Trayvon back. Hey, we're still about to get Demo back. And all those guys got all those good reps and that experience. And now you combine with those really good guys that's coming back who played so well with guys who's been working and grinding and are, have the same values and commitment to this team. And you say, yo, we're going to be really good come playoffs. We're really going to start clicking. So it's going to be a super exciting year. That's why I say Cowboys Nation, it look bad right now. And we turning it up, but it's about to go to a whole nother level. So I hope y'all really, pay attention and y'all wake up because it's about to get real exciting. So, Cowboy Nation, y'all better wake up real fast.
Okay, so here's That's totally different. Now, over the course of the roller coaster ride that we've been going through, where we went through Micah basically saying, "Yeah, I want to be a Cowboy for life. I want to be about something. We're going to be trying to do great things and all that. I'll work with the organization and so on." And then Stephen Jones putting his fat mouth up in here and screwing the pooch. Screwing the pooch. So now you look at it and say, okay, has he talked with the front office? Has he got something? Because here's what he said. He said, "I'm going to be a Cowboy for life." Jay, which is Jerry Jones, and Steven, agree with that premise, and that we're going to be players in free agency, which is totally different than what you've heard from Stephen Jones. Is this Micah Parsons putting it out? The great run by the Bears. Okay, they're down 3-0 early after failing to convert. Sometimes I think teams go for it too much. It was on your 40-yard line. You go for it, you don't make it, just like the freaking New Orleans Saints. They should have kicked the extra point yesterday, gone into overtime because they had some momentum. But no, let's try and win it in regulation. And ended up screwing the pooch for the Cowboys. Thank you very much. Sorry, I digress. But has Micah talked with the front office and has gotten some kind of reassurance that they're going to be players in free agency, that we're going to be trying to win and do something? I hope that's the case, because the crap that I've heard, Janet Rogers, welcome. Shout out to Janet Rogers, welcome. From what we get from Stephen Jones, you literally want to toss out your Italian sub. So I'm hoping that we can believe in what Micah says more than what we can believe in what Stephen Jones says. That he's just giving you the company bullshit line that, we're going to be, it's going to be hard for us to do anything because, it's going to be like 2024 and things. Stop it, Stephen. Stop it. Okay? The fans, we deserve better. We deserve better. Get this thing done. And the other part of this, I hope, is let's not drag this out and not pay him with the 5th-year option. I know they don't want to do that. But in my mind, if you get Micah done, he's a $21 million cap hit right now. $21 million cap hit. Get this thing done right now, as soon as the season's over with. So that way, like with CD's contract, where we saved $10 million, let's get that $10 million and let's use that for like Rico and Osa and Digazua or some other players here to make the team better. I don't want to hear this crap that we can't. I want to hear we will. That's what I want to hear. Alrighty, so that's what we got from Micah. That's some